Yo, cuz what you work?
Nah, I'm about to go grab the baby some Pampers and go back in the crib.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I gotta I'm about to shoot out in a minute too. Now I was trying to add something to the stage, man, like a picture so you can see it, but I can't really see how to do that, you know. I'm trying to add a picture. Bro. I've seen this all decade team that I wanted to
What's up?
do you see that all decade team or no?
No, I ain't see it. Who
It's a
on it?
all it's an all decade team from like from the 80s all the way to the 2010s. And then on the first part, the 80s had Larry Bird, Dr. J, Magic, and they had Moses and Jordan. They ain't have Kareem as in the 80s all decades center. And then the other part they had Jason Kidd as the point guard for the 2000s. Jason Kidd, Kobe, Duncan, Shaq, and LeBron. Whatever. I'm trying to see if I can add. I'm gonna just send it to you so you can see it. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can add it though. When you gonna be back in the crib? I'm about to roll out too though.
I'll be back in the crib in like 15 minutes.
I gotta go to the airport.
You about to go? You about to dip?
Nah, I gotta go pick up my folks or whatever. But nah, so listen, right? So I was looking at the list and I'm like, damn. In the 2000s list, they got J Kidd, Kobe, Duncan, Shaq, and LeBron, right? If you look at the list and you think about it, though, KG really belong on the All Decade team.
You said
K-
who?
Kevin Garnett. For the,
AI do too.
I think Iverson does too. That's what I'm saying. They put Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd ain't really got the numbers. He got
I'll
a couple.
take AI over Jason Kidd all day.
First thing I said, bro. But then if you put Iverson over Kidd, right? Then does KG trump LeBron?
KG?
Because because
Probably you can say that because LeBron came in '03. Uh,
what's up, bro?
I
Oh,
don't
he
know.
just did. That's what I'm saying. You if you think about it, KG got a Defensive Player of the Year, an MVP, a championship in the East Conference Finals run, a West Conference Finals run. Just like just like um just like LeBron, but he don't got the Defensive Player of the Year in that championship. Now he was second best player on the Celtics team, but still, it's a chip. You know what I'm saying? I would probably slide. I don't know. That's why I said if I'm picking the top five players, I'm just gonna put LeBron at the point guard.
I mean, but at the end of the day, if you look at the list, LeBron's the small four on the list. He arguably was the best small four. They got Tim Duncan as the power four, and KG wasn't better than Tim Duncan
I feel you, but what I'm saying is that why you can't put LeBron at the point guard spot?
because he's not a point guard. They go by position. He's not really a
Yeah,
point guard.
yeah, that's what I said.
So
But
that's what they was going by position. That's why they had J. Kidd at the one, Kobe at the two, Bron at the three, Tim Duncan, then they had Shaq.
leaving KG off of that list though is crazy if you think about it. You know
Yeah, but it's either him or Tim Duncan. Who you gonna leave off? Him or Tim
no,
Duncan?
no, no, not no, no doubt. I feel you. I feel you, no doubt, 100%. I'm just saying that's what I be trying to say about them decade team. Like when you, that's why I like making first team All NBA to spot is important. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
in the 2010s, I was having an argument earlier with this dude on TikTok. He was saying that Jerry West is better than Harden. I told him he was crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, he was saying Jerry West was better than Harden and better than Russell Westbrook. Maybe this is a debate for Westbrook. But so it
What up, gentlemen?
Yo, what's going on?
Cooler, man. She had been moving had the last day and a half trying to get all this shit situated, man.
Right, right. Yeah, you was
Yeah.
on. Yeah, we was on the live. We was talking Jerry West like over Harden.
But listen, so hear me out, right? My
Mm-hmm.
point my point with the Harden situation is my point with the Harden situation is where do you factor in the eye test over Jerry West? Because Jerry West does have an amazing playoff career, even though he didn't win a championship as the best player, right? Harden doesn't have that. But at the same time, eye test I'm not taking Jerry West over James Harden. I don't care what's happening. You know what I'm saying? But the numbers will tell you or the career will tell you West probably was better. But then go look at Jerry West's best game ever. Any game you want, pick any game you want. It looked like high school basketball. So
But
how much does your era and your competition factor in to where you are
that's
ranked amongst maybe
all.
other shooting guards or other guards?
All right. Here's my thing about when you use the eye test, you have to adjust it to the era. You can't judge everybody on that skill level because were they were not they were not luck, lucky to where like in the 70s, the skill set is different than today's game. So you can't judge them on the same level. You have to judge it according to that era.
All right. So how do we get to have the conversation about, let's say we're talking about only guards, the guards all time. That was the conversation, right? So
Yeah.
now if we get to
Mm-hmm.
the point where now we're saying, is it James Harden or is it Jerry West? Who's better? How you going to judge him without comparing? I got to physically be able to see the games and be. I understand he was averaging 30 and 40 in some playoff runs, but Harden got some runs like that too. Harden led the league in scoring for 3 straight years. You know what I'm saying? Harden has years where like
I don't think 3 straight years.
it wasn't 3 straight years. You sure?
No, I think he got two scoring titles.
He got.
Okay.
I'm gonna say yeah. He got. I think he got a couple scoring titles. If it wasn't three, it was two. I know for
I'm
sure.
saying
But
run
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Harden's run started in 2015, right? So Harden's run
Yeah.
started in 15
Yeah.
when he started barbecuing the league. He was like top in assists, top in scoring for 3 straight years. So I'm trying to think exactly what happened. Maybe he might have led in all
Hey.
overall points,
Hey.
maybe not average. Let me see, bro.
Yeah. Hey. Now, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
look,
Like I'm following
he
where
got
you're going.
listen,
Now,
Harden got
me
three.
personally,
Harden got three scoring titles, bro. He got the scoring title in
yeah.
2018. He got it in 19, and he got it in 20. 3 straight years, and then he led the league in assists the year before that in 2017. So he's barbecuing from the rip. You know what I'm saying? Not from the rip, but I'm saying for 3 straight years. So like I said, I hold that to a certain light. Now his playoffs don't match Jerry West by no metric. Like I'm saying, his playoff runs is good, not amazing. Jerry West got some amazing numbers, but then that's why I say when it's similar, like if I looked at Wilt and Shaq numbers, I'm gonna say okay, I could judge how those two eras could be a little bit different, and then I use the eye test for that. Jerry West and Harden, listen, you might don't like
Hey,
Harden. It depends,
hey,
but
DJ.
he
Mark
cooked.
said he's in the back.
I don't know what. No, he not. He not here.
You not there? Hold on.
Tell him to go. Tell him to go to the link I just sent them like 2 minutes ago. Hold on. Let me send him another one. I thought I sent it. Yeah, I just sent him one. Let me see.
Yeah, he said he was backstage.
It might. Tell him go to the one I just sent. But now I'm just saying. So my only point is, at what point do you start realizing that if we're going to have all-time great lists with different decades in them, then we got to hold everybody to the same category. We got to hold everybody to the same. Like, if you want to do all decade team, like I saw earlier, all right, cool, I'm with that. Let's just do decade teams then. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to add everybody on the same level, then don't tell me, oh, I gotta look at Jerry West of games and say, oh, well, he would have been better now. There's no way for me to judge that. There's no way for me to ever see that. You know
What's
what I'm
good,
saying?
fellas?
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm with you there. Like, Like me personally, I would take Jerry West. Now, what you was about Harden is this, and it's actual, it's factual. Like ain't no. Um, but I guess if you asking me from my perspective, I'm looking at Jerry West because I'm like, okay, how many ways can you score in multiple ways, right? And can you continue to put pressure on the defense? Because that's where Jerry West separates in the playoffs. Now in the regular season, hey, what you said, bro, I can't even come against it because we've seen James Harden put up some phenomenal numbers. But it's like when you translate to the playoffs, right? And now it's like teams got more time to. I'm not gonna like stop you can develop a scheme around you. You know what I'm saying, to take away what you do best. And granted, it happened to Jerry West because, like you said, he got on 40-point games, but it's like, you got one championship. So it's like, okay, you're getting there, but clearly you were still missing something to get over the top. Like, hey, DJ, did you that winning time?
Which
Lakers
one?
docu, have you watched that yet? The
Which
one that they got
with the
I
Lakers?
think it's not Quincy Isaiah playing Magic Johnson.
That joint don't look interesting to me. I ain't check it out. What you think about it though?
Okay. No, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I actually like it. I like the fact they didn't sugarcoat it. The reason why I'm telling you this, not to go off on a tangent, when you watch the first episode, hey, listen, they had me from the jump with Dr. Jerry Butts. But no, I'm saying that because he was having a conversation with Magic and he was telling him, he was like, you know something, Urban? I felt like I could do it
It's a
all,
it's
right?
it's an
And
echo.
I went
It's
to
an
the
echo.
finals.
It,
Is
it's
that
an
me?
echo. Something. No, I don't know. I can't tell. It's
Okay.
gone now.
Well, he was having a conversation. Am I lagging?
Nah, go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. He was having a conversation with Magic and he's like, Urban, I felt like I could, and he said, but it's coincidence that I went to the finals 9 times and I won one out of those 8. Said sometimes, you have to be able to trust your teammates in those pivotal moments.
Right.
And I'm thinking about when he said that is when he won that finals MVP, yet it was on the losing team. Now, if you look, his numbers were great, right? But clearly he had some mishaps down the stretch which precipitated to them losing that final series. He would have won the finals MVP if they would have won. I just feel like it. But notice that was like a little combo he had with Magic in that docu series. But again, if you take James Harden, I can't really disagree with you because, like you said, based off the accolades that he got and then his regular season, I mean, it's I would say it's a great argument there. Like it's a great
So I
one
don't
to
I
debate.
don't know how to bring the graphic up on the screen, but it was a graphic with
Hey, go down to more
yeah.
and share. You can share your screen or share your clip down off in settings,
All right, hold on.
Yeah, I hear the
or,
echo
or it
too.
might say display.
Hey, Mark, is it you?
What, the echoing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't hear it, so it might be me.
It,
Yeah, I
hey,
can't hear it.
it sounds like it's
I can
me.
hear
Like,
it,
can
but
y'all hear me clear?
Yeah, I can hear you, DA.
Hello?
Okay,
Yeah, that
hold
might
on.
be you, DA. I don't know.
Hold on.
Hello?
it's gone now though.
Yeah,
Oh
I
no,
can't even
there
hear
it's
it.
still there.
Oh,
Let me see if I
wait,
can
I
share
think
it.
I hear it now.
Let me see if I can share this all decade team because this is when I started to really like want to try to break down the decades. Let me see something.
Mm-hmm.
And mute real quick, Mark.
You said me?
Yeah, mute up real quick. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is you, Mark. I don't hear it now.
What y'all want me to do?
Hey, am
Oh,
I clear?
They're still doing it?
I don't think so. Nah, it's not. Well,
No.
nah,
Well, I
I don't
put I
hear.
put some I put some headphones in.
Yeah, it's cool. Nah, so I was looking at the all decade team.
You probably know Vistaprint for business
My fault,
cards,
y'all.
but did you know we also print gas and us?
So I was looking at the all decade team and I seen that they had Moses Malone over Kareem for the 80s. So the all decade team that I saw on fadeaway, they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Jordan, Magic, and Larry Bird, right? So then when you slid over to the 2000s, it had LeBron, Jason Kidd, Tim Duncan, Shaq, and Kobe, right?
Mm-hmm.
My point is, when we be talking about these different eras, if y'all want to do it like that, where we just only put the player in his decade, where was he amongst his contemporaries of that era, then I'm cool with that. If Jerry West obviously was a top 5 player of his era, the numbers say it. I mean, the era say it. When you start saying like I'm going to bring him into the top shooting guards or the top point guards or the top players of all time, like I said, I'm never going to let it down. There's no way I'm going to look at Bill Russell's career and be like, yeah, he's one of the best players I've ever seen, top 5 all time, because I'm just confused by the whole era. I'm confused how we could say he got 11 rings when one of his finals runs he got 11 points and 20 rebounds. Another finals run he got 14 points, 20 rebounds. Just be like, he don't look like an all-time great player to me. He look like a good, solid defensive player that was an anchor for his team, as opposed to look at Elgin Baylor's career. Even though he didn't win no championships, he's leading the playoffs in scoring. He's putting up 60 in the finals. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that and I'm like, yo, how are we really judging players? Just off of names or actual credibility, what they really did. That's why I take Kareem out my top 10, because I when I cause like for instance, I want LeBron to be the GOAT. But when I start looking at it objectively, I'm like, dude's not better than LeBron. I mean, he's not better than Jordan. He didn't accomplish what Jordan accomplished. He got the accolades that Jordan got. So now you start breaking it down and you saying, okay, let's put Kareem to that same light. What did Kareem do for 9 straight years? He wasn't barbecuing his era. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just looking at it like, if that was LeBron in this era and he had Mo Williams on his team, missed playoffs back to back years, dudes would just say, man, forget it, bro. You're done.
Hey, don't stop
You
with
know
Kobe. Don't stop with LeBron. You know, if that was Kobe, bro, we would never hear the end of that.
They're
That's
telling me,
why I said it should go around. Like,
you know what I'm saying? So where are we really holding?
cheers, fellas.
Are we looking at just the names because everybody said Jerry West was great, he the logo, or the reality of what he actually accomplished? And then you start to look at his career. Okay, the numbers look good. Forget about he didn't win the championship. I look at the video, I'm like, he was a good player, but is he better than James Harden? Is he better than Russell Westbrook? Is he better than Allen Iverson? Now we're just talking about names now instead of actual what they actually did to me. You know what I'm saying?
What's your take on it, Mark?
Nah, actually, I'm just listening to what you're saying. I didn't really have a quick response, to be honest. But since Rob asked me, I guess I'll say that. So you saying when you watch Jerry West play, you're not really getting much out of it in comparison to Harden or Iverson, some of the new age players, right?
Yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Shaq first came in the league, he, I mean, I know he was an enormous player. He's great, but
A
there's been players
monster.
of his caliber before. Patrick Ewing, you know what I'm saying, Alonzo Mourning. There's been dudes that's been physically gifted, but Shaq was on a different level. So you could see the difference of the era. You could see that Allen Iverson came in the NBA and was barbecuing as a rookie, right? You could see certain players and be like, his trajectory is high. This player is changing the era, right? When I look at Jerry West, I'm just like, that's look like a good player for that era. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm a GM of a team and I'm making an all-time draft, Jerry West is not on my board for my first round. You know what I'm saying? He just not.
Yeah. So I think the thing when we go back to like the '60s, right? Um, like we talk about greatest of all time, and I guess the dispute is like, are we talking about literally all time if we bunch these players up together, or we just talking about like for the era? For me personally, like I think that every era of basketball had great players. I think a lot of these great players could play in any era. I think the '60s is where people struggle with the most because even me myself, I watch film. I can't even look at a long piece of film all the time, like for John Havlicek or
Right,
Jerry West, etc. Like I
right.
can see that they could play. I can see where the players of today, like where the game came from. You know what I mean? Like where everything started. But that point I just made right there is why I don't try to downplay those players that much because they're predominantly self-taught. They're not looking at nobody really before them like that. It has to start somewhere. So I can't say for sure that Jerry West couldn't play today. It's easy to look at the film and just be like, the way they dribble, like their coordination, the quick twitch and all that, it wouldn't fit in today's era. But we don't really know because they're coming before everybody. Had they seen what these players are doing today and they came after, I'm not sure if I could say without question that somebody like Jerry West or Havlicek or Chamberlain or
So
Russell,
my question is, how
yeah.
do you quantify that though, bro? How do you take that into consideration when you're making the all-time great list? Because
Well,
the
that's the
whole
question.
debate
Yeah.
started because Ralph basically said, Bill Russell was a top 10
All
player,
right.
basically. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So how do we quantify the difference between the era and where you actually are ranked?
Well, that's the question. I mean, that's kind of the difficulty of evaluating how to put these players in order. So that's why I was saying for me, it's really actually an answer that I don't know if we can definitively come to, which makes it good basketball talk because, like I said, if those players were able to see the players of today, I cannot say for certain whether or not they would be able to duplicate what they're seeing today. But basketball got started with them for the most part.
I'm gonna follow up
So,
behind Mark.
so everybody that's coming after them is it's starting from back then. Like you see Elgin Baylor's highlights, he's not quite as coordinated as somebody like Michael Jordan, but
Right,
Dr. J came at the Elgin Baylor.
right.
Michael Jordan came at the Dr. J. Then you have Kobe, Braun, whoever, etc. You see how everything gets passed down the line. So it's kind of hard for me to just take them out of history and say that they can't be ranked in the top 10 or top 20, whatever you want to say.
Let me just add one thing before you go
Go
though,
ahead.
right?
Go ahead.
Take music into consideration. I think music is a good indication, kind of like basketball, right?
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. I'm
It's
with you.
some dudes in the '80s, like I can hear a Prince song right now. Well, it's like two or three of them, and I don't care what era you drop it in, it's a classic. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And then I can hear some old school rap from the '80s that's like Curtis Blow, and I'm like that joint don't translate. I know for that era that was good, but it don't translate
All
now.
right.
So
Right.
there's some players. I think Wilt's skill set. I'm not saying he would do 50 and 25,
No.
but
Yeah.
Wilt Chamberlain's skill set would probably translate, especially in this era right now.
Yeah.
He would probably still
Mm,
be able to grab them boards.
Oh
Wilt
yeah,
was an actual
definitely.
athlete. I don't know if
mm,
everybody understand that, but Wilt was a
I
Yeah.
don't
real
agree.
No, no, no,
track
no.
athlete.
Ralph,
He,
hold on,
he
hear
was
him
a
out.
real
Cause
athlete.
yeah, Wilt
So
was a
Wilt
track
would
and
have,
field star.
yeah. So Wilt would have actually been phenomenal in this era.
Mm.
Similar, I look at somebody like Dwight Howard as actually an athlete.
But
You know
you
what I'm saying?
think Bill Russell wouldn't? That's what you're saying? Somebody like
No,
Bill
Bill
Russell?
Russell would too.
I'm not saying.
Bill
I
Russell
I'm
don't
would too.
saying.
agree.
I'm saying when I look at Bill Russell and the numbers, because I can't see too many games. What jumps in my mind is a defensive presence to the degree that he's changing the way that the game is being played
Mm.
by I don't know how many blocks he was getting, but he had to be changing every single shot. I'm saying because if you're grabbing 25 rebounds a game, that means that you control the game from whatever standpoint you're controlling it from. But then when I see that you only averaging 11 points in the finals, that shows me that you could be like a Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman not a scrub. You know what I'm saying? So when I
Mhm.
say Dennis Rodman, people get offended, but Dennis Rodman was an all-time great defender, rebounder, and an energy player. He's changing the dynamic
But
of the game.
but see, my thing is with that, like, so I guess my question is like, and I'm in a respectful way. I
No,
mean this
no doubt, no
sincerely.
doubt.
Like, how much else do you know about Bill Russell? Because you bring up that finals a lot, and you kind of leave it at that. But like Bill Russell had about three finals, if I'm not mistaken, where he averaged 20 and 20.
No doubt, no doubt. But if we're talking about those finals, everybody says he has 11 rings, though. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh yeah,
that's the
yeah,
part where I'm saying four of those rings, he started to dominate. Like 20, when you start being 20 and 20, now you're dominating the entire game on both sides of the court. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So because, for example, right, you have to understand, even with Kobe's career, whether you like it or not, if you like Kobe, that 2000 finals is not his best finals because he was injured. But they
Yeah.
still won that finals, even though he only averaged 15 points. He did have two games back to back with 25 plus, so you give him credit for that. But what I'm saying is that Shaq averaged 38 and 16 or whatever crazy number it was, and they still won the finals even though Kobe was hurt. So if they had lost that finals, then I would say, wow, they really needed Kobe. Kobe was injured. But being that they won, it lets me know that Shaq and whatever else is around him is still good enough to be a contender without him, if that makes sense at all. So that
Yeah, I see.
Boston team seems like Bill Russell's presence on the defensive end or even on the rebounding side of the game is so significant that made them run off 8 straight finals.
Hey
But that
DJ.
team
Oh,
is
my
a
fault.
great team. Probably if you take them off that team, they're still probably a contender. So that's why I'm saying like, but when he started averaging 20 and 20, now I'm like, okay, now you're the best player on the team on both sides of the table. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so, that's when I say when he turned the corner to 20 and 20s, now we're talking about an all-time great player, yeah. But when you
Mhm.
average an 11 and 20, now I'm saying you may be a defensive player and a rebounder. He had two complete. Those are two. 10 points mean a lot, and this is why I say all the time too. One playoff run can change the dynamic of your career.
Right.
I'm saying you have one. Even Kobe in '09. If you really was watching ball back then, once he won that championship in '09, everybody looked at Kobe completely different.
Yeah.
I'm saying so being that I can't go back and look at those finals, I only can see the numbers. I'm saying to myself, okay, you start off your career as a defensive player, and then you graduated to probably the best player. Even you know what I mean,
So
like
yeah, that's what it was because, like you said, like his best player time period on his team was kind of sandwiched in the middle.
right,
But I get what you're saying, and I know Da and Ralph trying to go. Just let me get this last take. I get what you're saying about when people just leave it at Bill Russell got 11.
right,
Like to me, that's a bit disingenuous.
right,
But
exactly.
even with the amount of times, like probably about 5 times, I think that he was the best player on his team when they won the championship. To me, I think that's enough to put him in the argument for at the very least being in the top 10
Okay,
because of those 5 years.
okay,
That's what I'm saying.
okay. I
Yeah.
respect that. No, no. I'm saying I don't agree, but I respect that
Right,
angle.
right, right. I get
Instead
you.
of just saying he got 11 rings, and you be like, all right, bro, but that joint
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah. It's more context than that. Yeah.
yeah. I respect that. Go ahead, bro. But what you think, cuz?
No, I was gonna speak on first what you and Mark was talking about, like the evolution of the game, because I remember I don't know if y'all like got those ankle breakers NBA volume when they was coming out, like volume 1, 2, and 3. Hold on, am I echoing?
A little bit.
You, it wasn't that bad. I mean, you
Okay.
good. You good.
Okay. Well, I remember Stephon Marbury was like what y'all was just saying, evolution of the game. I don't know. I guess that's what my brain went to. And he was like, if you look at like Steve Nash or you look at Jason Williams, he was kind of like they kind of make you think about who Pistol Pete Maravich. He said if you think about like Jason Kidd, you kind of think of Magic, like Jason Kidd and Baron Davis. He said if
Yeah,
you think about Allen Iverson, you think about Isaiah Thomas, you know. And he was like, you think of myself. He said I'm not gonna put myself up there with Walt Clyde, but to a lesser degree, I feel like, I'm a similar player to him. And I'm looking at that like, well, okay, yeah, right. So when y'all were talking about Elgin Baylor, Dr. J, then I think y'all skipped over the Skywalker, but that's all right. I think a lot of
David
times he
Thompson.
get lost
Yeah,
in
we
that.
did. We
Yeah,
did.
he get
That's
lost in
that's my
translation.
granddad, yo.
Right. Then you get Jordan, you get Vince, you get Kobe. It's like
Yeah,
that's the evolution there. Then you get to the centers now. This is where the centers get tricky because I again I'm biased towards defense. I can admit that. Bill Russell set a standard like a precedent for the center. But then it's like, who really came after that, like as that defensive minded center? I think of Hakeem. That's what first come to my mind. Because when I think of Wilt and I think of Kareem, I think offense. Not saying they don't play defense, but I'm
right.
thinking of Wilt 100-point games that people say, possibly did or didn't happen. Okay, we'll never know. I'm looking at Kareem with the skyhook, right? And then all-time points leader. When I think of Hakeem, I'm thinking of somebody who was just as dominant on offense as he was defense and vice versa. And I'm like, okay, I'm looking at Hakeem as a modern version of who? Bill Russell
So let
with
me let me
supreme.
ask you this then. Let me ask you this,
Uh,
right? If you're judging big men
mm-hmm,
on both sides of the ball,
mm-hmm,
right? Every era is involved.
mm-hmm.
There's tiers to that, right?
Right.
There's levels to because sometimes take Shaquille O'Neal for example. Shaquille O'Neal's offense is so overpowering
Yeah.
that even if you're saying that he's not a great defender, which he was obviously a good defender, but
Yeah.
if you're saying he's not an all-time great defender, it balances that out. You know what I'm saying?
Let me add something to that. So let's look at the players on the court, right? And Shaq is in the game. Just think about the psychological part. Are you really gonna try to drive in? Looking at him down there, it's intimidating, right? So even if Shaq don't need to get a block, bro, his presence there is doing what? It's stopping you from going to the goal. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to add that to what you were
So
saying. Go ahead.
that's what I'm saying. So when I look at the players from the '60s, and I think about Patrick Ewing, who gets left off the list all the
Yep,
time.
he do. He
David
do.
Robinson.
Hey, shout
You know
out to
what I'm
Ralph
saying?
Nicks.
You know what I'm saying? It's like so now.
Oh yeah.
Ralph, you a Knicks fan?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Oh yeah.
Big time Knicks fan. Yeah.
Mind you, I'm from Philly, so I'm Sixers, but I could separate myself from them
Hey,
because they've been bad for so long.
hey, hold on. Walt Clyde is my favorite Nick though. So I'm just saying that's my favorite Nick.
But
Walt
that's why
Clyde.
I'm biased to Iverson. You know what I'm saying? Like I really grew up watching Iverson to a degree. I'm like, is he not the best guard I ever seen? Like I'm saying like that it was that bad. But my point
Hey,
is though,
DJ, how old is you real quick?
I'm 42.
Okay, yeah. So you're in my generation then, yeah. Cause
Yeah,
bro,
yeah, yeah.
I'm right
So
there with you. Bro,
when
I grew my
Iverson
hair
got
out because of
drafted,
AI.
we was going crazy how the way he was cooking. You know what I'm saying he cooked the whole league to us.
Yeah.
But my point is that when you're looking at the centers, I'm looking at dominance, and I'm saying before I pick Kareem, before I pick Russell, I'm going Shaq, Hakeem, and I might even put Tim Duncan in there as a center because, or
Yeah.
even David Robinson, and that's why I look at Bill Russell and I'll be like, all right, if he's a top 10 player all time, but amongst centers, I would pick him third. That's my problem. You know what I'm saying
Yeah.
because you got to think about it like this, right? It's only a few players to win an MVP, a championship, and the Finals MVP in the same year. Now, I know he didn't have Finals MVP in Bill Russell's era. He probably would have had 3 or 4 of them. Of course, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is that when you look at the players who did do that, Moses Malone, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Shaq, Jordan did it 4 times. LeBron did it twice. Those years are like ridiculously. When you go back and look, just watch the games.
You talking about
They
the
are
triple crown winners, right?
they dominating, bro.
Okay.
They're dominating the NBA.
Like, look, see, my thing is, it's like when I look at play, when I'm doing the top 10, I'm doing it as objectively as much as possible. That's why, like, the finals MVPs, I throw that into the accolades department. But
Right.
when I'm looking at the best player,
Uh huh.
I'm looking at the best player on the championship team. That means in the regular season, you was the best player. I'm talking about the playoffs. That's all 4 rounds. That's including the finals.
Right.
So when I look at all of that and I calculate and I also watch it, I determine who's going to be that best player on that championship squad. And we spoke a couple of days ago, DJ, that game score. That's how you could determine who was the best player on the
Right.
championship team.
I got you. I got you.
And see, that's where I think it first starts with the criteria. You have to start with your criteria and you have to tone it up real strong to be objectively as much as possible
But
to
what
rank
is
these
the
players.
criteria though, cuz? What is it?
Okay. Well, what I can speak for is number one, best
What's your
player on the
baby?
championship team. I look at your stats, I look at your accolades, and I look at playoff translation, and I do look at competition as well, which
All right.
that's the part I'm working on right now. And
Right.
when I look at competition, I don't look at the play on a one-on-one because you have certain players that's generational talent, such as like a LeBron and Jordan during their era. So when they faced teams, they had defensive schemes. Same thing with Shaq. There were defensive schemes to defend Shaq.
No doubt.
So I have to look at the whole team totality on competition wise because we can look at certain situations such as the 04 Lakers versus the '04 Pistons in the finals. If you look at the squad, you would think the Lakers are much better. You got Karl Malone just coming off a 20-point per game season. You got Shaq in his prime. You got Kobe in his prime, and you got Gary Payton. He's not quite in his prime at that
Right.
time. He was
Right.
like maybe at the tail end at the most. You got them versus a whole bunch of players that didn't have an All NBA player. I mean, I think Ben Wallace might have been an all defensive team,
Yeah.
but like if you look
So
at
so
it,
here's the question, Ralph.
anybody. I mean,
Why did they lose that finals though?
it was a team effort. It was the defensive scheme that they did against
I'll tell you
the
why they lost.
Lakers, and that's.
Tell me why.
Because
but but
because Shaq
I,
the only player that played well. That's why.
well,
Exactly. That's exactly, bro.
I think
Exactly.
I think we all know that, but my point of what I'm saying is
Yeah, go ahead, bro. My fault.
they don't have nobody to stop Shaq really. Let's keep it a buck. They don't have nobody. But the defensive schemes that were able to attack that team, that, and then also Kobe, we already know what happened. Um, made it to the point to where the Pistons was a better team in that series. That's
Yeah.
why I'm
Yeah.
saying like the defensive schemes against like a juggernaut such as Shaq, that like even in the '07, if you go back to '07 against the Spurs had nobody to really stop LeBron. But the defensive scheme that they actually played against them, they made them irrelevant.
Yeah,
Hey,
So that's why I said competition, you have to really judge it based on the team effort as well, instead of just like the one-on-one play in those positions.
Right, right, right.
but
hey, Ralph.
if you would have never saw that '04 finals,
Yeah.
right? You had to actually see what was going on, and what was
Hmm.
really happening was they made a decision. Listen, we're gonna do what we can with Shaq, and we're gonna make it difficult as we can on Kobe. But our focus is to put Shaq in an uncomfortable situation,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Kobe couldn't rise to the point where we needed him to for them to win. My point in saying that is that when I watch when I watch Kobe play, I can find me any Kobe highlights, right? Kobe in his prime, and I'm saying this dude is an all-time great player, even if I never saw basketball before. When I look at Jerry West, I'm saying, ah, okay, I
Hold
can
on.
see,
Do
I
you
can
wait?
see
Wait.
how he could be good.
Do you appreciate fundamentals though? Because that's Jerry West in a nutshell.
What I'm saying is, bro, he look he his game
Not
like
even that though, bro.
it's
Not even that. It's what I'm saying. Like again, you're going back to the players that I'm not gonna say literally invented the game, but they're the pioneers though,
Yeah, he a
man.
pioneer of the
I'm saying.
game.
So what am I supposed to do with that information, bro?
All
If
right.
you go back
I want to try to break it down.
if you go back and listen to what the hell that dude name was broken glass everywhere. That
Oh,
shit was
that's
cool. That shit
all
that shit
right.
was
So
cool.
let me try to make some clarity about it. All right, DJ.
Yeah.
Describe how '60s players played. I want you to do that for me first, and then after you do that, I'm gonna break it down for you.
All right. So I'm gonna take the guard for instance, right? If you
Hmm.
watch Bob Cousy, you can see he's trying to get to a spot. He got a little bit of a step. He obviously is playing with one hand. They're going
Hey,
left.
them
He's
No,
looking
passes,
straight
them
right.
passes were
that,
nasty
that,
though.
It's,
that, no, no.
I'm just
What
giving you
I'm
my
saying,
observation.
DJ, I'm saying the observation in a general aspect of the
I'm trying to give you
'60s,
a player that you could like that. I'm saying that I remember. Like
like the play
I'm
style.
yeah. And what I'm saying is that
Bob Cousy.
it looks very basic. Like it looks like you said
Hmm.
like peach. I'm they damn near playing on a peach basket. That's why I'm looking like I'm like what is this?
Do he make
This
you
is
think?
not
Wait,
All
do
right.
he do
So
he
you
make you
do
think of John Stockton? Just real quick, I just want to
John
ask what
Stockton
y'all think.
no.
is a trillion miles better than Bob Cousy,
Okay,
yo.
All right.
okay.
So when you
I don't know
describe
about
with
that,
like
man.
the guard position, like what Bob
Hold on.
Cousy
Let's
did with the one
clarify real
hand.
quick.
All right.
Stockton is coming down the court, giving you a hezzy and pulling up from three. Like
Well,
he's doing that
Well,
now.
yeah.
we're going in
Yeah.
He's
another
doing that.
direction with that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, we know Bob Cousy, he dribbled with one hand. We seen all of that, right?
Right.
That was every guard. So we
I
had to.
know.
That was every guard. That's what I'm saying. But who did it at the elite level at that point?
Hey,
That's what I'm
No, not
saying.
even no, brother. You laughing, but you can't
Who
even
was the
cuff the
best
ball back then,
one-handed
though, man.
dribbler?
yeah, you couldn't even. Yeah,
You
Hey,
can't
you
even
could.
cuff the ball
Yeah,
back
you
then. You
couldn't. You
got to
couldn't.
dribble like
They
this.
were called carry. Yeah, you couldn't even
They
do
were
that.
called
Okay.
carry,
I'll give
Hmm.
y'all that. I'll give y'all that. I'll
and
give
that's
y'all
Hey,
why I
hey,
say if
but
Jerry West played today, his game
hey,
would probably be
but
much
DJ,
smoother.
I wanted to chime in. Like, bro, tell me you did not love that man passes. Like, bro, they call that
Oh,
man
who
Houdini of
Cousy
the
Bro,
or you
Bob
talking about
hardwood.
Cousy
Pistol
could
Pete?
pass as good as John
Bro,
Stockton. I
that
don't care
man
what
just
nobody says.
Who you talking
the
about? Cousy or Pistol Pete?
Cousy. That's who Pistol Pete got it for
He
him.
could pass as
Cousy
good as
was the
John
pistol
Stockton.
Pete
Yeah.
of that era. He
You,
was,
hey, DJ, you
and
don't
It
that's
think
was
what
so?
I'm saying.
cool,
That's
man.
what
It
I'm
was
saying.
cool.
That's
You
why
don't
I
think
said.
so?
That's
It
why I
was
said
cool,
earlier,
bro. It
DJ.
was listen,
DJ,
I'm saying
I
it's
know,
just like
I know.
just like what Mark said earlier, right? You
Yeah.
turn the joint on and I'm looking like this is cool. This is okay. I get it, right? But then now Pistol Pete is the first old player Him and what's the other dude that came from the ABA? White boy came from the
Rick
ABA.
Barry.
Rick Barry, yeah, Rick
Rick
Barry.
No,
Barry.
Rick Barry
Rick
was
Barry is
cool.
a
Rick
fucking
Barry.
His
dog.
highlights was cool.
Hey, he got that
Rick
strap. He
Barry.
got that
Now,
strap.
this is what I'm saying, Ralph. Rick Barry had me like, oh, wait a minute, bro. This nigga is nice. You know what I'm saying? Pistol Pete. I'm like, yo, Pistol Pete is
Hey,
nice.
don't
I
forget.
seen that Bob Cooley. I was like, ah, he cool. I look
I'm
at
gonna
Jerry
tell you.
West like, this nigga is cool. He's
I'm a,
cool, but it ain't. It's he's 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 like Starsky and Hutch. These niggas is cool, but I'm not impressed. And
I
I'm
but
feel you.
what
sorry
I'm saying
that I grew up in
is
the
like
'90s and I saw Iverson. Now I'm holding everybody to that same light. I want you to be Allen
that's
Iverson, and if you can't,
you
don't tell me
can't.
you better than Allen Iverson.
Oh, Ralph,
But
I want to
but
hear what you about to say, though, bro. Say what you about to say.
But what I'm saying, DJ, is like your eyes, you like your eye test. You have to adjust it according to how the way they played
You tell me
and
to
the way
fix
the
my
game,
eyes.
the the style of play. That is where you have to adjust that eye
Okay,
test
okay.
because all
Here's my
right,
biased
like for
question.
my instance, for
Go ahead.
instance,
Go
you
ahead.
can't tell me the '80s the way they handled the ball they didn't do no hezzy crossover and all that like how Iverson did it, or even today's game.
But Isaiah Thomas is impressive. When you watch
Yeah,
Isaiah
but
Thomas,
yeah,
I'm
but
Isaiah
he
only all he had is that quick
that quick
crossover that was
crossover.
in the
Yeah.
that's all. I'm
box
impressed though.
and drive to the paint. But that's so
Hmm.
basic at that time to where you don't see crossovers like that now. They wanna give it a little shake like Iverson.
So here's my point. Here's my point. Right. Here's my point. So how do you evaluate if you look at Jerry West just as a player and you take my favorite player, Allen Iverson, you're telling me to adjust my lens, and I'm saying I can't. What am I supposed to do with that information when I'm saying Iverson coming to the
I
NBA his
can answer
third
that.
year and he's putting up 30, right?
What
And when you see the 30, you're like, and this is people in the NBA saying we don't know what to do with this. We don't know. You know what I'm saying we
all
didn't
right
know how to stop this 6-1 player. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
now.
you want me to adjust to what?
All right, so that's us as basketball savants. We have to do our research to see the style of play, the league average and efficiency, and all of that stuff. You have to do your homework within those eras,
And what's the
and then you
rules?
have to look at it, that does take into play to a certain degree. But you have to look at the players during that era and saying, all right, I'm looking at Jerry West shooting 47% from the field for his career, if I'm served correctly.
Okay.
Hmm.
And I know the league average is below that, especially for a guard. So it's like he's efficient according to his era, and he's scoring at a high clip. That's a big check mark.
And he's
You
shoot-
have to look at that
and
stuff
he's
type of
scoring from
stuff
the perimeter too. You got to factor that into the equation.
No, listen. The dude is getting buckets, man. But they just do not.
at an efficient rate.
I'm not.
Hmm.
What I'm saying
But
is,
not only that though, bro. You said you like Rick Barry.
I did like Rick Barry. Yeah.
I mean, at a point in time, am I not? What years was Rick Barry in the ABA game? When
He
did he come
came
to the
to.
NBA?
He was in the ABA in
He
the
came
'60s,
in, yeah, in the '60s. He came. He
early
came
like
in what in
late
the mid
'60s, early
'70s.
'70s, and he
He
At the
came.
came.
beginning,
He
I believe,
literally.
of the
This is my
ABA.
point. I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
Like he literally came in right after Jerry West left.
And he's better. He's better than
He
Jerry.
might be better, but I'm saying like by how much?
He's better to the point where, yo, all right. So for instance,
Okay.
who remember when Kobe did the crossover at half court and then we dunked on Ben Wallace? Who he dunked on? That was his first what the fuck moment. You know what I'm saying?
I
Some
agree.
Hmm.
some player like for me, it was it was it was LeBron versus Tracy McGrady on Christmas Day. I think his rookie year or second year. When I'm like, oh, dude is nasty. Like I'm saying, Tracy McGrady was leading the league in scoring, and LeBron is going toe to toe with him. So certain players they take a leap. 2007 for LeBron, it was too early. He wasn't supposed to do that. He was supposed to lose the second round, lose in the third round. Like that was the normal trajectory. He jumped, he skipped the leap, and we're saying, oh, dude, he had 48 on Detroit. So it's like some players give you a shock value of like, oh, this dude is a different.
No, but I
You know
get
what I'm
what you're
saying?
saying. I get what you're saying, but I'm saying that like in the '70s, even though he retired like probably maybe right before Rick Barry, or maybe Rick Barry was already in the league. I can't remember off top.
Mhm.
But my thing is they went against like similar competition. It wasn't that
And
drastic.
maybe it's because in the ABA you could do more stuff. So Rick Barry had a little bit more. It's
Yeah,
just
he had a little bit
weird.
more
No,
flash
no,
to his
You know
game.
what I'm saying?
brothers. I'm not even disagreeing with that. I'm just saying that when he came into the NBA, was he doing that much more like numbers wise than Jerry West? It's not always about how it looks.
But
It's
no,
about that
but
ball going in.
no doubt. That's my point. My point is when the numbers look similar,
Mm-hmm.
now I take it to let me see this dude play his highest. Like what was his
They
highest peak? What
they
did he
they
do?
played they played 4 years in the league together, totality.
Hey, DJ, question.
And you got to take it to the fact that uh, Jerry West at the end of his career, that was at the end of his career, out of
Yeah,
his
that's when he's
prime.
getting a little older.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hey, question. So
yeah.
you need a game winner. You got Jerry West, you got Rick Barry. Who you taking?
And where who are they playing against, bro?
Playing against the number one team, and
The
you need
the
a game winner.
the O four Pistons.
Oh, four Pistons,
What
whoever.
he going?
Bad.
What he
Hey,
going to
But
take
lose?
that's a
take. Hey,
hypothetical. I don't
take
really like to
take
go
the
down
bad
that
boy. Hey,
road.
take the bad boy
I'm
Pistons.
saying he's
I'm just
asking me if I
curious.
want a game winner. I'm saying who are
Yeah,
we playing against, bro?
take the bad boy. Any. I
That's
say any
important
incarnation of the
That's
Pistons.
that's that's I can't really answer that because I don't really go with the hypothetical thing.
because
I got
because you have to understand, right? It's some players you could design a play for.
Yeah,
It's some players you could tell him to get the hell out the way. He getting ready to create his own shot,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think in that era, Jerry West probably could get his own shot
Hey, Rick Barry could too. He can get his
against
own shot.
that competition, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is
Mm-hmm.
that if I'm naming my top 10 guards of all time, me and Rob had this conversation the other day, right? The top
and I
10
forgot
guards of
about
all
Jerry
time.
West too. I would have put Jerry
Hold
West
on.
over
I know.
Wait. Did y'all do point guards or shooting guards?
Oh,
Because you
Both.
know,
point
They
guards
guards
did
in
and
both.
point
general.
guards
okay,
together,
okay, okay,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
So top of the list is obvious. It's Jordan. It's Kobe. You probably got Magic. You probably got Steph. That's four. We're not
Yeah,
going to debate about, right?
yeah.
Now we get to five. Are we talking about D Wade? Is he in the argument? Is
Yeah.
Iverson
Shooting
in the
guard, yeah.
argument?
Shooting guard, yeah.
Okay, so
It,
Hey,
it's
look,
guards in
Iverson.
general,
Look,
Clyde
man.
Da.
is Clyde
We gotta go
Drexler in
down
the
that list a
argument?
little bit.
Okay.
Huh?
I said Iverson. We gotta go down that list a little bit. Who else you got
Okay,
in there?
so top of the list is Magic, Kobe, Jordan, Steph. So who's fifth?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go right through it right now. Who's fifth?
I'll go D Wade.
I'll
Y'all
go D
all agree?
Wade. Yeah,
All
D
agree?
Wade, yeah.
I
Yeah,
have
I
no
guess
problem
so.
with that.
Yeah.
So next is Clyde up the bat? Is Clyde there? Okay.
Mm,
So you don't want
Above
Clyde.
eh,
above Westbrook, yes.
I'm just saying in
above
general.
Westbrook, yeah.
So D Wade is fifth. We
Yeah.
all agree to that. So who's sixth? All we gotta all agree.
Six, I would go Jason Kidd. Because we saying guards, right?
Yeah, both guards,
Yeah.
point guards or shooting guards.
I
Kid, I
think
don't
I
have
have
a
to put
problem with Kid.
Jason Kidd in there.
You got a problem
I
with
was
Kid?
thinking Chris Paul. My
Yeah,
personal
or
opinion.
Chris Paul. I mean, yeah, either one. I
I
mean, you
think
can't
Kid
go
is
wrong.
better than Chris Paul, but if y'all want to say Kid for seven, is that six or that's six, right?
6 or 7,
Yeah,
yeah.
See how I
Well, we
six.
started
gotta
getting
make
That's
sure
close?
we
six.
agree. Do y'all got Chris Paul in there too?
I won't argue that. Yeah, I can
I
have some
want.
I mean,
people in
Yeah,
there.
I would
don't
I
put.
agree.
I don't like Chris Paul as a player
I don't like the
because
flopping neither.
no, what I don't like about Chris
I
Paul
feel
is
that.
that I feel like when he was on the Clippers, that was his time to show me what kind of play. Now I'm not saying what he did with with Phoenix was important. We did with Houston was important too. But I
Yeah,
felt like when he was at the peak, the best player on the team,
yeah.
it didn't look great to me. Jason Kidd showed me he could actually
Hey,
lead his team and be the best player in
DJ,
finals.
are you referring to that year he hit that game winner and eliminated the Spurs?
Yeah, that year,
Yeah, see, I'm
that
with
year.
you. I feel like that was his year to stake his claim, and they choked against the Rockets.
But
So I see that
the
point.
numbers say Chris Paul is a top five point guard all time.
That's
I
true.
disagree. That's what I'm trying to say. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, if y'all say Kid is six, I'm saying James Harden is seven. That's my point. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I
I
would
don't
put
know
Harden
about
in
that.
there.
and the reason why I'm putting Harden in
Not
there
7.
is
Okay.
because
I can see that.
when I watch James Harden, I'm like, how is he doing that, bro?
What about Iceman? Does he make the cut?
Over Allen
I
Iverson,
don't know because we ain't named Zeke yet.
Oh, well, yeah, we ain't even named
it's
Zeke.
coming.
Damn.
Listen,
Yeah.
and what I'm saying is Jerry West is not making this cut, bro. Jerry West
Hold
is
up.
not making this top 10.
I
Wait.
don't know about that, man.
Where John Stockton?
That's what I'm trying to say. How does Jerry West not making this list, man? That's my only point.
Hold
He's
on, wait
not
a
making
second.
it.
Wait, wait,
Cause
wait,
we
wait,
cause we
wait, wait,
going we
wait.
going through the guards. That's why I'm
All
We
right,
like,
so
okay,
we all agreed that D Wade was 5. We said Kid
hmm
6. Right now we at 7.
7. Mm.
I
After
agree with Chris
kid,
Paul. I'm not gonna lie.
You
yeah.
think
Then we gotta
Chris
we gotta
Paul
put
over
Stockton after
Chris
CP3.
Paul over James Harden?
I put Stockton
Uh
over over
hold
James
on, hold
Harden.
on, hold on. James Harden.
Nah,
Yes,
I would say James Harden probably over Chris Paul.
Okay, so now we at 7. James Harden 7, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
now we at 8. 8 is who? Clyde Drexler is up there. He said Zeke. That's
Zeke Stockton, we ain't named him neither.
Stockton. Who we at? We at 8 now. We
I don't
ain't,
know.
and Chris Paul ain't make it yet. So now, is Chris Paul there? I say no,
Yeah,
but
but you named Stockton. Is Stockton better than Jerry West?
yes,
I think
yes,
Stockton at his
You
role.
saying that like definitively?
mm-mm.
Like no, he is.
I
I
think
don't.
Stockton was better
He's
at
not a
his
better.
role.
He's not a better scorer than
No,
Jerry
not a
West.
better scorer. Nah, I'm
because he
saying
did not.
like
He chose not to shoot. That's why.
No,
But I'm
Hey,
gonna go
that's
with you.
that's
easy
his
to say
choice.
though. Come
Okay,
on, man.
let's keep it.
Was he?
Let's keep it.
Because I
Let's
can
keep it
say
all the way
Jerry
across the
West chose
board. You're
not to
right.
pass.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're
All
right.
right,
You're
I'm
right.
about
You're
to
right. You're
say.
right. But I could have made the argument that he chose to be a traditional point
facilitator.
guard
Yeah.
as opposed to being a scoring point. Like we know Dame Lillard and Steph
But
are
that,
choose to be
but
shooters.
that, yeah, that's what I would say about Jerry West. He chose to be more of a scoring point guard.
But
Okay.
he could also play make though. I think his
Hey,
Okay.
yo,
playmaking
Jerry West
underrated.
led the league in assists one year.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
Yes, he
his
did.
his
So did
playmaking
Westbrook.
underrated.
So did Westbrook.
Hey, hold up. We forgot Jerry West led the league in scoring twice and made all
He's one of the
defensive
few
team.
players that led the league in scoring and assists in
And,
7 years.
So
yeah,
did
and he made
Westbrook
all
though.
defensive team
Yeah,
too.
but you got Westbrook pretty high, don't you?
I got Westbrook as 10. When we getting down to
Oh,
10,
then
I'm
watch
saying
it. Then Jerry West should be up there. Then
Jerry West
Yeah,
ain't
we
over.
have to put Jerry West. Yeah.
he doing
Yeah,
Yeah.
something
because
Westbrook did. I mean,
When
shit.
it started
Yeah.
getting close, then I
because
started looking at the athletic ability of Westbrook. I started looking at his I like
So
Westbrook.
hold
I ain't
up,
gonna
John
front.
Stockton not athletic.
Stockton to me, his game looks better, but West score at a higher clip. So I'm gonna
I'm
put
not gonna lie, DJ brother. I don't know if John Stockton definitely actually looks better than Jerry West. I think I have to come
nah,
back to you with that, man. I don't
yeah, I
know.
agree.
you don't think so?
Because
I'm not sure.
Mm,
cause
Hey,
like
yo,
you,
DJ,
what?
I take up for John Stockton because I know flashiness is not everything anyway.
right.
Mm-hmm.
People be saying John Stockton not a top 10 point guard. I disagree.
Oh
But
no.
if but listen,
That's
if you
crazy when they
watch
say
him,
that.
he's not exciting to watch.
Mm-mm.
You can argue Jerry West
He's
is more
more
exciting
exciting
than
than
him.
Jerry West to watch to me.
I look, I don't know, bro.
I disagree.
And
But
Hey, DJ.
I'm gonna
I
Hey,
say
think
this
that's a
with
I
debatable
Jerry
gotta
debate. I
West
don't
I
though.
know,
gotta
man.
disagree, bro.
This is
Jerry West, I ain't gonna lie, man. That
the
dude was a
thing
dog.
is Jerry West. His production translated into the playoffs to
it
where
does.
it led to better wins.
I agree.
So that counts immensely.
No, I
So
agree.
when you see his numbers jump like that, and he's carrying those teams to the finals and won the championship like that, yeah,
No,
I
I'm
have to
saying
put
I'm
Jerry
just
West
laughing
up
because I
there.
feel like DJ not hearing none of this shit, man.
no. On paper, Jerry West, he jumps off the paper. He jumped like Elgin Baylor jumps off the paper, bro. Like you look at you like what like, you it make you look at Elgin Baylor like who was this dude? Who was that? Like you have
Mm-hmm.
to go.
Who
His
translated
numbers
better
make you
though?
go research him. That's how I
Yeah.
found out about Elgin Baylor. Looking at how he scored 60 in the final, I said, "Who the fuck is dude?" Then I started looking like, "Damn, Elgin Baylor's a fucking animal."
Hey,
On the
He
but
paper,
you
scored 60. Like here's the thing: when
animal.
you score those points and it doesn't translate it into the win to
They
the
won that
dub,
game. They won that
they
game
won
though.
the game. Did they win the series?
He scored 40 in Game 7.
Did they win the series?
No, they didn't.
Then
Lost in a seven
it
game series.
becomes, and then it starts to look empty. The
yeah.
numbers start to look
See,
empty when they don't
and
translate
that's
like
my
that.
point. That's my point. So Jerry West has one championship. In his championship, if you want to look at the numbers, he's the third best player on the team.
Oh no,
I think he was the second though.
Oh,
Because I
it
mean,
was the
Dale Goodrich
second.
led them
Wait,
in scoring, right?
that
But
was
West
right.
led them in assists,
Yeah.
that was in 72,
So
right?
it's a
and
debate. It's a
Chamberlain
big
led them
three.
in rebound. They all
It's a
did
big
something
three. It's a
different.
big
You
Yeah.
know
three.
what I mean?
So okay,
You
so that's
don't
the year
know. Okay.
they set the record for most wins till the Bulls broke their record. So yeah, he was playmaking. Not saying he couldn't score. I never say he couldn't score.
But what I'm
I
saying
think
is
he was
that
playmaking more.
he just said with my math forgot his name already. But he just saying with 50 point dude what the hell is his name again? I just forgot that fast.
Who?
The boy that scored 6 points in the finals.
Elgin Baylor.
Oh,
Elgin Baylor.
Elgin Baylor, yeah.
Elgin, he just said, did it produce winning? So I'm saying, no, it didn't. He didn't win that game. He didn't win that series because I don't know why he didn't win. I couldn't see the series, but
They just lost to the better team.
They just lost to the better team. So
I
if
say
Jerry
this.
West
Go
wins,
ahead.
we'll average 19-19, right? Something like that. Something crazy.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
And then West averaged like a dub, and someone else averaged a dub. So it wasn't like he carried the team. He just a part of a good team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that with Stockton and Malone, I think as a duo, they're a little overrated. But
Okay.
they both did play well in particular games. They beat Hakeem Olajuwon the year after he won the finals.
Boy, they beat them.
Well, I think it was
beat,
2 years after, right?
Yeah, they
97.
beat Kobe and Shaq when they had 4 All-Stars. They beat the Spurs.
They beat the Spurs too, DA with
But,
Simmons.
yeah,
can't
and
just
that's what
push
I'm
it to
saying.
the
They beat
side
everybody.
and say they was trash. They wasn't trash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that at certain, and like I said, just like Magic, certain players, especially from that era, they just chose to actually be what the point guard. Like now, there is no actual name for what Steph Curry is. You don't know. You can't really. You could say a point guard because he's small, but in
Vanguard.
reality, Steph
Combo
is
guard. That's the new.
Hey, I call him
he's in the same
Vanguard.
time zone.
Yeah, I
He's
call
his
him
own-
Vanguard.
No, Steph is a
Vanguard.
whole
That's funny.
offense.
Yeah.
See,
Steph as a
here's my
player
thing.
is an offense, though.
I
You know
want
what
to
I'm
get
saying?
back to the Jerry West and the Elgin Baylor. Now, Elgin Baylor, like the reason why I say Jerry West numbers translated more because although you got Elgin Baylor with Jerry West, he led the playoffs in scoring 3 times. But when you look at Jerry West, it was 4 times with him. So that's why I say also that Jerry West numbers translated better because they were higher overall,
Mm-hmm.
and they were within that time that when they went 8 straight.
Facts.
Wait,
Cheers, gentlemen.
Hey,
Jerry
look,
West
I'm
went to
saying
8
Jerry
straight
West better
finals.
than John Stockton.
Wait, Jerry West went to 8 straight finals.
Huh?
No,
Yeah.
he went
No,
I
not
told
8
him,
straight.
cheers.
not 8 straight. He went to 9 total
He probably
and
went to
lost
about
8
4 or
times.
5 straight though, Ralph, at one point, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that, yeah.
So are y'all saying that Jerry West is because he went to those finals in back-to-back years and still lost? So that just puts him higher up on the category. So let's get back to it. Are we at 8 yet? We at the top 5 is. I mean, after
I'm saying we started
four,
debating when we got to John Stockton.
Yeah.
we got Stockton.
That's
I'm
why I was like,
I'm gonna give y'all West over Stockton, but that don't mean neither one of them in the top 10. Then.
okay.
You know what
We can keep talking about the one then.
I'm just saying because we got to James Harden for 7, right? Did we agree to that?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
We put
yeah.
Kid 6, Harden 7, then we got to 8, and we started debating is the Isaiah. It's probably Isaiah Thomas. Right?
Yeah, you gotta put
Yo,
Zeke
I'm
in
gonna be
there.
honest, yo. I mean, look, I like Isaiah. I like watching him, but I don't know definitively if Zeke is better than Jerry West. I'm yo, look, man. Look.
I'm gonna say it like this. For him,
How
for Zeke,
when Isaiah, this is what you gotta give Zeke. What you gotta give Zeke is that he played in the era that had Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, all them. He went through
Magic and Kareem
He
too.
went through Magic and Kareem.
No, I'm not even disputing. Like, look, I want to say this first and foremost. Like, when in regards to who he went through to win the championship, I can respect that. That's not even what I'm really arguing.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just looking at him playing in the era, like how he looked playing.
I ain't gonna lie.
If Jerry West played in that era, I don't think he would be less of a player. I agree.
I
don't know that,
I think he would have had that same production. But I'm gonna say this:
if y'all want to get into this, I'm gonna tell you, Alex English was probably better than Jerry West. You know? If y'all want me to, if y'all want me to get into it, yo.
Wow,
he's just talking about from scoring.
That's crazy.
If I'm scoring,
Alex
English is a debate.
Alex English is a player, bro.
You talking about scoring
He
wise?
can't pass like Jerry West.
No, he can't. No, I'm just saying you're right about that.
Wait. How many all defensive teams do we got? Because Jerry West got 2.
Okay, man.
He don't got
well, that you can't really go off the all defensive like that because they didn't have it at the beginning when he started.
No,
he was a defensive guard.
No, Ralph.
No, Alex English don't got none.
And that's even
English
worse though.
Yeah,
now, I mean, according to that, but like
that's
if we're looking at like other players, like when we were talking about Stockton, it's very disingenuous to say that because
we can't
Jerry
compare,
West.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
How many Stockton don't he got 3 or 4 all defensive teams too?
Does he only
No, he got
got
more
that?
than that. He got more than that.
He got more. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. He was up there like about maybe 5 or 6. But this is my thing with Zeke. I want to come back to Zeke now. I know he got his issue with Jordan, but that don't sway me none because I love Zeke. Matter of fact, Zeke, he's in my 12. Like if I do a top 12, that's where he at.
A lot of people
Of
have
all
Zeke
time
like top
ever?
15, top 20.
Ever?
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why. What you just said about him taking down Jordan, Magic, Bird, Kareem, in his 2-year run. But bro, I'm gonna go back to a series he didn't win in 1988 when that man had that sprung ankle and put up 25 on Michael Cooper. Bro, this is a dog on defense. And this man has got one leg and compromised. I'm like, yo, nah, that man different right there. That man is
No, he is
different.
different. He really is different. I'm not saying it's not a debate, but to quickly say that Zeke is just better as a player than Jerry West.
Oh no, I mean, I ain't gonna say.
I don't know that, bro.
Yeah,
I just really can't say for certain, man.
I think they both bring
All
similar
right,
things, but I think they bring
so that means
opposites
we
too.
at 8. I mean, hold on. We said
I mean, we
D-Wade.
not really at 8 definitively though. Like I'm still kind of like
I'm
vacillating
asking.
with
I'm
that
saying
last
D
one.
Wade is 5, Kid is 6, Harden is 7. So who's 8? I'm asking.
Brothers, hold up. Is Jason Kidd better than Jerry West?
That's a good question.
I
That's a
just
good
don't
question.
know. I mean, I know he's more of a modern day player. I get it. Like he might play with more pizzazz, but is he really better
Hey
than Jerry
Mark,
West?
I think he better at everything except for jump shooting and scoring. I think Kid clears him everywhere else.
We don't even know about defense for sure.
I'm gonna get an edge to Kid. I ain't looked at him, but I'm gonna give
I know, but
Kid an
DA, I'm
edge.
saying though, like I guess you could say Kid, he's gonna get more respect because of the era he played in, who he had to
Yeah,
guard. But
yeah.
like what I'm trying to say is this is why the conversation almost has no answer because we just didn't see Jerry West playing the same era. We don't
That's
know.
true. That's true.
But that
And the
Man, that's a
scoring is like
good
twice as
question.
good. I don't think he's
Oh
twice
yeah.
as good of a
No,
passer as Jerry West.
I won't even argue the scoring
No,
and the
DA, did
shooting.
you hear what I said? I said that his scoring is probably borderline twice as good as Jason
Yeah,
Kidd.
yeah.
I
I
don't
agree.
think Jason Kidd is twice as good of a passer as Jerry West.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I agree. Like I said, the scoring and the shooting, I won't argue that. The passing,
You see what I'm saying?
I'm
The-
gonna give Kid the edge
Now,
because he's a traditional point. Not saying Jerry West ain't, but the
They're just
rebounding,
different type of point guards.
right? The rebounding, I'm gonna get at the Kid. Now the steals, I gotta look that up.
How many rebounds did West average?
Hold on.
not nowhere close to a Kid.
It's
I'm gonna
no.
tell you that
He
right.
had like Kid averaged like 8 or 9. What do you
Let me
average?
check. Hold on.
He
Let me
averaged
check.
6 for his
West
career.
might average 5.
Let me check. Hold on.
Now, granted,
Excuse me.
Ralph, there was more rebounds to go around back then. Though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
The pace was
See,
faster.
see,
The
that was
scoring
gonna
was.
be my
argument with that. I might leave
conversation.
that alone for real.
Yeah.
I see that was gonna be my next thing. It's like we also gotta look when we're talking about those players. We have to talk about the possessions as well.
But this
Uh-huh.
DA, do you have your laptop? What was per 36 for Jerry West? Because that brings it back down to
Oh,
like
don't worry,
Okay,
I got you.
hold on, wait.
yeah. I want to see what them
Wait.
numbers look like.
Hey, no, Mark was right. It was 5.8, so ran it up to 6. So yeah, he did get 6 total rebounds.
But if you do per 36, it might because that kind of brings it down to like per 100 to a degree in that era because they
Mark, that's what I was trying to
25. All right, so rebounds, he's got the 5.3,
tell.
6 assists, 3. Is that 3 steals? That's only one season, and he's at 25 points, rounded up.
that's per 36.
Yep. And then we gotta go to Jason Kidd to the per 100 stuff.
Yeah, check it out. Go ahead.
No, I was while Ralph
That's
doing
pretty
that.
good.
Right, while Ralph doing that, but no, Mark, that's what I was trying to tell Barry that day. I said if you break down the per 36 between LeBron and Bird actually got better numbers when you factor in, like a equal playing field where not one player not getting more possessions.
I think if you do per 100, that
Well, yeah, both of them.
So the per
if you do
100s,
both of them,
Jason Kidd's 18, 13 assists, 9 rebounds.
Damn, 13 assists.
Yeah, and he's at 3 steals.
Yeah, Jason Kidd might be better, man. That 13.
No, Mark, that's why I said as far as shooting and scoring, bro, I'm not even.
Yeah, you did. You said that from the jump. Yeah,
but everything else, I'm like, I'm gonna take Kidd, without even looking it up. That's just me looking at Kidd from that era, because like DJ, we from that same era too. So it's like I saw Jason Kidd out there like coming up, and I'm like, bro, yeah, this cat different right here. He ain't scoring, but he doing everything else.
Real shit.
Yeah, man.
All right, we can throw Kidd in there, then. I'm cool with that.
All right, so now we at 8. We gotta get this. Let's get to 10, bro. Who's
Stockton.
8?
Stockton.
Stockton over Isaiah Thomas.
What was Stockton per 36 though? I know them rebounds wasn't crazy.
Stockton
Might
can't
not
be
be
over
over
Isaiah
Zeke though.
Thomas, bro. That's not possible.
I need to know per 36 for Stockton.
They come with benches.
I mean,
Yeah,
no.
that's gonna
Per 100 for Stockton.
129.
Do y'all got any
Yeah.
respect for George
They
Gervin or
come with
no?
bench, so
I
you can
do.
sit for it.
I
asking
was
the
just
question.
gonna mention Iceman.
I'm just asking the question.
Yeah, I do.
Who's selling it?
Amazon.
Oh well, yeah. Is how much?
George Gervin don't got no kind of playoff. He got a couple Western Conference Finals.
In the
So
80s, right?
Stockton,
Yeah, that's it.
God
So
damn.
you gonna order that
What
one?
happened, Ralph?
What is it, yo?
Josh,
When you need to see
his
it,
per
check.
100 is
It's on Amazon too, right?
17 and
Either
4
I'll send it.
steals.
Yeah, you know what? I ain't about to keep arguing for West, man.
That's what
Because
Wes said.
if you elevate that pace of play during his time,
Talking about the
period,
table?
that shit is ridiculous for Stockton.
Yeah.
So
I
wait,
believe West alone. We at 10 yet?
that's what I'm
Hold
saying,
on.
man.
Let,
Yeah,
let,
I
let me
like
look
that
at
one, yeah.
Zeke.
Yeah,
Let's
I
look
like
at
that.
Zeke.
Check Zeke out, yo.
See,
'Cause-
the problem is with the Sixers, they played in an all-time high pace, though.
Hell yeah, man. They was running
That
track
pace
out there,
was
man.
serious, man.
That's why now,
It's-
Mark. That's
it's-
why I tell people, Bill Russell and Wilt, bro, they would be just fine in this era. If they could do that, if that pace back then,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get them the nod. I'm just
I hear
I'm
hear
saying,
that.
but they
I think we
of
got to
their
look at Zeke a little bit
of their
more.
era,
Hey,
they
hold
probably
on.
considered the best athletes. You know, how, like back then, players would play baseball, basketball. They would play all
All
sports
the
in high
sports,
school.
yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
it's like these dudes was probably the best athletes in their school, no matter what they did, even in college.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
bro,
saying?
they both set records. They set
But
records
that's my
on
point. My point is that
with track.
so when you nowadays when you go to college, you see every best athlete from every city all together. They're like in their era, who was the other two athletes like on they level? You know what I'm saying? That's my only problem with them.
And that looks, but at the same time, it's like when you look at those
52?
like Wilt or so, like they
Yeah,
were dominant during that time. Like Wilt was dominant, but it didn't translate to where it was winning basketball towards until the end of his career when he learned how to win. And that's why you see in
I don't
'67 they killed
I
that
don't
Boston
think Wilt I
Celtics.
don't think Wilt ever learned how to win. I
No,
think
he
Wilt just
No,
got on
he
the
didn't.
team
he
He
and
did.
got
didn't.
on a good
No,
team.
hold on, DJ. I'm a big
67. Look
yeah,
at
I'm a
I'm
big
about to
67.
say, what
That's
about
yeah.
67?
No, hey,
67.
I'm a
That's a
big Wilt critic, but no, he did when he did decide to play winning ball, it did result in
What
him winning
what
the
do
chip.
you consider winning ball? What is
When he
that?
took away from his me oriented style, like me, and started playing started playing team, and started actually doing less and doing
But you
those little
gotta have a
things.
team to do that, though.
That's true. But the
You
point
know
I'm
what I'm saying?
saying is,
yeah
hold on, I
team.
know the point. This point I'm making is this: Wilt's teammates are on record saying he played for certain numbers with certain records.
Right.
When he
Now I can
didn't
see
do
that.
that, that's the point I'm making.
Okay.
When he decided to play team ball, still
Okay.
scoring but not as much,
I
giving
can
up
see that.
that bucket to get an easier shot for a teammate.
Okay.
Little things like that. That's what I was.
I
He
can see
did
that.
that. They
I can
won.
see that.
I have to give him credit.
I can see that. I can see that.
Because you got to look at from 66 to 67. It was a major dip from 34 rounding up to 24 points a game. He dipped in his points and went up in his assists more,
Yeah.
and that's
I
when
mean,
he started winning.
Hey, can y'all
Ralph, in
see
all
this?
honesty, brother, like when he played winning ball, his team was breaking records for wins in the season
Yep.
Can y'all,
In
can,
and
72,
winning
right?
championships. Yeah, baby.
yeah. No, he did it both years in 67 and
Both years. Yeah,
72.
that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Yeah.
Hey, can y'all see this?
What's that?
This is
That Will
we was
Chamberlain?
at state. Nah. This is yours truly. I set a meet record, triple jump.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna
shit.
have to post it on TikTok, but I
So
won
you was
triple
the Bill
jump.
Russell of your era, you trying to
No, I ain't say all that. No. I ain't nowhere near Mr. Russell. Nah. I can't. I'm just saying,
You don't want
hey,
Ken?
So that's all I'm saying, man. If we getting down to 8, man, y'all can't tell me Allen Iverson not in this top 10
Well,
conversation.
hey,
I don't know
hold
if
on.
Allen Iverson top
We
10.
had
Dude,
hey,
hold
DJ.
disrespect,
on.
man.
Hey, DJ. That's
Really,
based off
We
our
man.
got the
era.
8.
That's based off our era.
So hold on. So who's 8? Who's 8?
Mm.
Did we? I mean, that's
Wait, where Clyde?
I'll say Stockton.
Clyde done got
I'll
lost?
say Stockton.
I'm saying I
From
said
what I
Clyde a few
saw,
weeks ago.
Stockton.
Yeah,
So
I'm with
Stockton, so
yeah, I'm
Stockton
with
over
Ralph.
Jerry West, right?
21-17 and
Yeah,
almost
this
4
right. Yeah,
steals.
I think
Yeah.
he is.
All right. So I'm not mad at that. So Stockton is at 8. Who 9?
Clyde.
I think Clyde. I think Clyde at least get a nomination, yo. He
Yeah,
got to get a nomination.
yeah.
He went to 2 finals before he got with Hakeem. He just lost both of them.
Just lost. Yeah, he did.
Not many players could say that. Those teams was
Yeah, you
good, but
put
they
the
were,
Terrence down even.
huh?
Right. No.
Good. Oh yeah. So I mean, but maybe I'm biased, man. But I keep saying, man, Iverson, man. I don't know how
Hey,
y'all.
DJ,
I don't
I'm
know.
with you, dog. I know the impact AI had on the
I
league. I
can't.
told you, I
I
grew
don't
my
know.
hair out
I
because
don't
of
know how
him.
to do it, man.
Started rocking the sleeve and everything.
But not just that. In the 2001 finals, that's when he showed the kind of player he really was.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah,
because you're going up against Shaq and Kobe,
yeah.
and you rocking and rolling. You
But
know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you, he did that just off his that intestinal fortitude.
Off of
It's
just the
like,
strength, bro.
nah, I'm not finna get beat. Nope, I don't
Y'all not
care.
gonna sweep us, yo.
Yeah,
They
y'all
was
not sweeping
15 and
us.
1 that year.
It's
The
Right.
like,
only one loss because of Iverson.
Because Iverson, yep.
I mean, I want to say like with Iverson, he's a high volume scorer,
That's true.
and that's what he is. The efficiency, of course, is
His
not there.
percentage is
Even
not great. He shot a
yeah,
lot, bro. He shot a
and
lot.
that's the thing about Iverson,
He shot a lot.
and he forced a lot of shots to where his efficiency did suffer.
No
And
doubt.
that's one thing I can say about him. And I don't think his defense was as bad as it should, like what people really say.
So the
Hey,
I
but
think he
question
Ralph,
is,
played.
how
the
I
much
think
question
expect?
is, do y'all put Clyde over Iverson?
I
Um,
think being unbiased, I'd have to put Clyde over Iverson.
probably.
Yeah, but
Damn,
Ralph, I was gonna ask you,
this joint hurt my
how
feelings,
much
yo.
expectation do you have of Iverson on defense though? Like realistically.
um I expect all players to play defense. To be honest with
I know I'm with you. I'm with you. But when
you.
you saying Iverson though, like realistically, like what level of would you hold his level of defense to the same level? Let's say Jordan or D Wade. Would you hold him to that level?
That's what, yeah, because I'm a hold everybody to that level because we're talking about, did you perform on both sides of the ball at the high level? If not,
Yeah,
then that's a knock on you.
yeah, yeah.
So Clyde Drexler's highest playoff run was 27 points a game. Like, come on, man.
You said
No.
wait. You said the
Look
playoffs.
at
Yeah,
that
that's what
efficiency,
scared me
though.
more. And that's
Look
solid
at the
efficiency.
All right.
efficiency.
All right. His
What's
efficiency
his shooting
is
splits?
That
What's his
efficiency.
he's
defensive
40
ratings
he's
compared to Iverson?
49% in that run though. That was
Yeah,
the that was the 89 run when he lost
Detroit.
to Detroit. Yeah.
What he shoot? What he shoot on free throws? Like
What
over
was his
80?
defensive ratings compared to Allen Iverson?
His his free throw percentage that year was 76%, which is not terrible. It's
Yeah,
not
that ain't
terrible.
terrible. That ain't terrible.
It's not terrible. He ain't fucking with Iverson though. Bro. I'm sorry. I can't. My heart won't let me do it. This is when I get
Hey, I
biased.
feel you, man. Hey,
This
again, I understand the lens
You
you speaking
got you
from.
gotta go with your head, not your heart.
Yeah, I
Nah,
understand the
man.
lens
This
you
is
coming from.
this when I get biased on y'all, man. Hold on. Let's go to my 2001, man. This is my claim to fame anyway.
All right, so Clyde, he
So
led his
so listen,
squad. Oh, my
listen.
fault, my fault.
Iverson 2001 run was 31 points a game, and let me see something real quick. And he's leading the league. He led the whole playoffs in points and steals, right?
Okay.
What's his shooting splits?
But his field goal percentage was 42%, which is not terrible, bro. It's not
That's
49.
not actually that bad for him. I ain't gonna
For
lie.
that era, yeah.
And
Forty-two
For
that
that
percent.
era
era,
too,
yeah.
yeah.
This is his golden. This is his MVP year. This is
Yeah.
his best year he ever had. I mean, playoff run, everything.
Yeah.
So without this, Iverson is not a top 15 guard. You know what I'm
I
saying?
see
I'm
that.
just
I
being
see
honest.
that.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm just trying to say. That run, but mind you, Iverson got multiple 30-point playoff runs. He just hasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, don't AI got more 30 point games than LeBron?
No, I'm talking about in the
What, in the
playoffs
playoffs?
because
Oh, you
regular
saying
season,
playoffs. Okay.
yeah, regular season Iverson shit is crazy. But I'm talking about playoff runs though. I'm saying if we
Where is
splitting
he
hairs
at?
here,
Where is he at amongst the 30 point scores in the playoffs? He like top five, ain't he?
Let me
I know
see.
he's top 3 in 50-point games.
Yeah, I'm saying, hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. That
Yo, man,
dude.
stop disrespecting my man. So I'm just trying
No,
to tell you,
I'm
bro.
with you. Hey, bro, I love Bubba Chuck, man, for real. Cause that man
Hold on.
he played football, bro. He was just as dominant playing football. That man played quarterback and safety, like,
Hold on. I'm about to look it up real quick.
and punt return and kick return, like, bro.
Nah, he was a world-class athlete, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure though. I mean, that Clyde and AI combo is pretty touch and go. I'm
I
not
mean,
really sure who.
no, Mark, it's like you said, you got to use your head over your heart. And clearly, Clyde brought more to the
I
table.
mean, he's not the explosive scorer, but he's more efficient.
Yeah.
He's a bigger guard, so he can grab rebounds. The
Yeah.
passing,
He can impact the game more.
but I
I have
might
to
even
give him
give
the
AI
nod.
the passing. Maybe I don't know. AI can pass pretty well, but Clyde can pass all right too, though.
So yeah. So in
And
the
then
playoffs.
defensively, is Clyde.
So in the playoffs, um, LeBron got 120 30-point games. He's number
He
one.
got the most, yeah.
Jordan is 109.
Kobe's 88.
Kobe's 88. Kevin Durant 75. Your man Jerry West 74. That's nuts.
Hey,
Uh, Elgin Baylor is 60.
put some
So
respect on Jerry West.
you get down to Iverson.
Yeah, that's Mr. Clutch. They gave him that
Iverson got
trophy.
36, 30 playoff 36. D Wade got 34, making
Hey,
him
yo,
30.
put some respect on Kevin Durant though too. Like Kevin Durant is number
Yo,
4 on
I've
that
been
list.
saying this for like
The
2 weeks
Slim
now,
Reaper.
man. I've been getting, they be trying to kill me in the chat. Like, yo, man, listen,
Nah,
KD,
DJ,
man.
I seen when, like, not to digress, I seen when you said that. I think the separator is Kobe's defense, but when you just say like, bro, if you say efficiency, you got to think of Kevin Durant.
What I'm
Like, yo, this
saying is
man
that
go 50, 40,
I'm
90 in
only
his
bringing
sleep.
up Kobe and Kevin Durant as like a metric to measure. Obviously, Kobe is higher on the all-time list. What I'm saying is that when you look at their careers
Yeah.
and you look at the numbers on every level, every layer, KD is better.
Well,
Averaging,
yeah. The thing is,
free throw,
KD's so
everything,
All the
versatile.
advanced stats.
everything.
KD's so versatile. Like, you could put him on anybody team, and
That's why
they're
KD
gonna get
only
better.
shoot 14 shots and get 30 because
Easy.
it don't like to him is the way he see the offense is like I can score right there, but
Bro,
I'm gonna shoot this.
he make the game look easy, don't he? When you watch KD, it's like,
I'm trying to
bro,
tell you,
why he
man.
make it look so easy? Like, anybody can do that.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. Dude is on a different level, man.
I do
But
respect Kobe championship runs more than Kevin Durant's. I ain't gonna lie
I'm
to you.
saying, so
Yeah.
then now
The
we
two
having the
without champ.
but that's the conversation about how much does each championship value as, like for instance, Hakeem 94 championship might be higher than his 95 because he didn't have Clyde.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it is high.
Bron,
I
Yeah.
don't even know though because they was the 6th seed that year.
true, but then they traded for Clyde in the middle of the year.
Yeah, but
You know
But
what I'm
how
90,
much better did they get like record wise when they did that?
I don't know, but they won the championship. You know what I'm saying? So it's
well,
like
yeah,
that had
hold
to
on,
be significant.
it's a caveat to that though, because they traded Otis Thorpe and then they brought in Clyde, so it's like a lot of turmoil there. Like, they didn't just like welcome Clyde in, and
Oh,
Clyde
okay.
basically had to earn his stripes.
No
So
doubt.
that's why they were teetering like that. Now, if anybody take that, that's cool because I think as a 6 seed, they beat the most 57 win teams in their run.
Yeah, it was
I'm just
crazy.
saying, I'm taking 94 because for that whole playoff run, he led them in all 5 major categories.
Everything.
Get to
But
the finals. Your second
He
option,
did.
your second option is sub 40 from the field. Ralph, don't come at me. But he held Patrick Ewing to
Fried
36%
Patrick
from the
Ewing.
field. I'm like, bruh,
Just fried the Knicks, man.
Pause
come
that.
on.
Got them boys out of there.
I'm just saying, like, bruh, Dream, he is my greatest center. Like, hey,
but see, that's my point, right? So Mark, you said you take Kobe championships in his 09 and 2010 over KD's too. I respect that. But also taking into consideration that in 2017 and 18, but really 17, I was questioning if KD is better than LeBron. Like that's what,
Yeah.
even though you can say whatever you want to say about it, when they look back at that 10 years from now, they're gonna say, I don't know what y'all were talking about. KD
But
was
let me
better
ask
than
you
me.
though. Let me ask you. Was
Yeah.
you not saying that? Were you not questioning that about Kobe in 09, 2010?
Versus who?
LeBron, who was in his prime by then too.
In 2009, I don't think it's a question. I think Kobe is just better. I don't even think
yeah.
it's like
But
an
LeBron
argument
was
because
the back-to-back
No, but my
MVP.
thing is, I think honestly, this might sound crazy to y'all, but I think you can argue those versions of LeBron versus each other.
which ones?
Look up LeBron. Look at LeBron's years in 09 and 2010 and compare them to 17 and 18.
As far as
Both
like the
ways.
regular.
I'm talking about no. Well, I'll say this: the playoffs in 09, yes, you can compare them to 17 and 18. Yes, you can. Now 2010, no. Go look up 09 right now. He averaged 30. He
2009
averaged
playoff
35.
run
He averaged 35, 9, and 7.
against Orlando
Again, no, through the playoffs.
through the whole playoff.
35, 9, and 7.
That's nuts. That's nuts, bro.
And he was
Now,
better on defense back then, in my opinion.
in
than
2009, his athletic ability and his entire game was the shock value was amazing. My problem with it was it didn't translate to him like all right. So for instance, when you hear people look back now, the Miami LeBron, he took his mental game to another level.
Mm-hmm. That was the separator.
Studying
Miami
the
had
game
to do
a
that.
different level.
Yeah.
I think 2009, he is just at his athletic peak.
Yeah,
like
he was. In
you watch him running
2009.
around. He's the
Yeah,
fastest nigga in the whole NBA.
yeah. 2009, he was at his physical apex. But like you said, Miami had to develop the mental side because we know the game is 90% mental, 10% physical. Just
Now,
listen to
listen,
Larry
man.
Bird. You got to outthink your opponent.
I'm being
Once he
objective,
started doing
bro.
that, yeah, go ahead.
I don't even like Kobe as a player because of some of the stuff that he did playing with Shaq. I felt it was kind of weird. But in 2008, the Dream Team documentary, it shows you everybody coming out of that documentary. I mean, coming out of that
They got
Olympic
better,
run,
didn't they?
had
Yeah,
a great year the next year. D
yep,
Wade led the league in scoring.
yep.
Carmelo went to
LeBron
Western Conference
MVP.
Finals.
Yep.
LeBron won his first MVP.
Melo went to the Western Conference Finals.
That's all because of Kobe. So every one of them dudes took something from Kobe and took it back to the NBA. So I credit all that to like Kobe's work regimen and his mindset in 2009 because he had to pass Shaq. He had to prove that he could win without Shaq.
But since we're speaking about mental, again, that goes back to the whole Kobe and KD debate. We talk about mental, intangibles, and things
That's
like
where
that.
Kobe separates.
I don't think that KD was the personality leader on the Warriors. Kobe was more so the personality leader. Like he's like an extension of the coach on the floor. That's how I look at Kobe during the 09 and 2010 playoff runs. He was that guy. He was the it guy for them. So I think overall, KD probably was the best player, but it's just a little bit different than you know when Kobe led his team to back-to-back championships.
But listen, Mark, I'm saying, hear me out. I don't know if you noticed my consistent trolling part. I keep saying I bring up KD and Kobe because I want y'all to compare, and then now Kobe could still be 5 or 6. I'm just saying KD is 10. I'm saying Kobe gets it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But I'm saying so the same thing with Iverson. Like I'm saying, like players are better than Iverson, but I'm bringing a comparison. Like when you really crunch the numbers, Iverson.
You're just saying the gap is not as far as you think.
The gap is not crazy, bro. The gap ain't crazy at all. Is my only point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my only thing, bro. I got to dip, y'all, though, man. So I'll go pick up my.
This was good talk. We can do this.
Yo, listen, man.
Bro, y'all know I'm always up for great dialogue with mature adults.
I like this, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, let's try to do it once a week. I'm gonna hit y'all up. I got everybody's number.
For sure.
And if y'all want to do one on your own, just let me know. I think the times we can figure something out.
Bet.
All right, that's a bet. Yeah.
Y'all gentlemen have a good night, man.
All right,
you too.
All right.
All right, guys.